Hi there, welcome back to the Community of Readers video blog. We're following the Old Testament readings for the Monkey Bar Challenge, and this week we're looking at the book of Micah. This is called The Still Small Roar. Micah is a prophet from the southern kingdom of Judah, and prophesying during the reigns of Jotham, Ahaz and Hezekiah. He would have seen the northern kingdom of Israel fall to the Assyrian army, and their intelligentsia carried off to the towns of the Habor River. But as a prophet of the southern kingdom, Micah's message seeks to shatter the complacency of Israel's smug sister. What is Jacob's transgression? Micah asks in chapter 1 verse 5. Is it not Samaria? Oh yes, all the people reply. Israel has brought this judgment on themselves. Samaria, their capital city, is like a blot on Israel and has undergone the proper judgment. So what is Judah's high place? Micah continues. Is it not Jerusalem? What? The people reply. How dare you insult the house of the Lord? Micah is a stern challenge to the smaller nation of Judah, that the judgment that came on Israel is coming their way too. It's a collection of prophecies that challenges a complacent people. Judah shouldn't expect to escape calamity. Samaria's incurable wound has reached even to Jerusalem. Chapter 1 verse 9. But the people prefer to hear good news. Says Micah, chapter 2 verse 11, if a liar or a deceiver comes and says, I'll prophesy for you plenty of wine and beer, then they would be just a prophet for you. And the leaders of Judah are accused of injustice, tearing up the nation like cannibals round a pot. Jerusalem, chapter 3 verse 12, will become like a heap of rubble, like a temple overgrown with thickets. Israel's glory, the pride of Judah, Jerusalem, will fall, failed and naked among the nations. Now you can imagine Micah's audience. The people stand in silence, shocked. This is impossible. This is beyond anything they can process. Samaria, the recalcitrant rebel, maybe, but Jerusalem? What of the covenant with David? What about the people and their land? Isn't this what Yahweh himself has established? So why would he destroy it? But Micah goes on. In the last days, he says, the mountain of the Lord's temple will be established as chief among the mountains. It will be raised above the hills, and people will stream to it. Writhe in agony, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in labour. For now you must leave the city to camp in the open field. You will go to Babylon. There you will be rescued. There is hope, joy even. But the immediate future is pain. Judah has no choice but to push through. But there's a bigger plan to this. So Micah presses on. Now Many nations are gathered against you, but they do not know the thoughts of the Lord. They don't understand his plan. He who gathers them like sheaves to the threshing floor. Rise, rise and thresh, O daughters of Zion, for I will give you horns of iron. I will give you hooves of bronze, and you will break to pieces many nations. Judah will judge her enemies. Her exile will only be temporary, her glory everlasting. This theme continues through chapter 5. The people of Jacob will rule Assyria. Rule Assyria! The remnant of Jacob, like unconquerable Jew, like a mauling lion. Chapter 5. Your hand will be lifted up in triumph against your enemies. The internal enemies of the remnant, the pure, will also be destroyed. Witchcraft, carved images, Ashtoreth poles, cities of unjust power. In short, concludes Micah on behalf of Yahweh, I will take vengeance in anger and wrath upon the nations that have not obeyed me, including Judah. So by the end of Micah, the Lord's case is made, his warning is given. There is judgment. Judah will fall to her enemies. For chapter 7, yet the day for building your walls will come. Nations will see and be ashamed. They will turn in fear to Yahweh our God. God will pardon the sin of the remnant of his inheritance, not staying angry forever, staying true to Jacob, showing mercy to Abraham. Does Micah bring judgment, or does he bring hope? To a complacent people, his message undermines this smug self-security. But to a people who will experience the pain of exile, Micah promises glory days ahead. I mean, the people of Israel ruling over Assyria, the mighty empire, that's some vision. But we know that Micah, was he wrong? Whether he was wrong or right, I mean, it didn't happen, it didn't come true. These prophecies never materialized. The people of Israel never had a great empire. They just carried on for centuries in relative obscurity. The great leader of chapter 5 represented for Israel a messianic hope, a great military leader who could restore the fortunes of the people of Israel. One in the line of David, who could sit on their throne. But over time it's become a symbol, a Christian image of Jesus the Messiah, whose interest in land, in national status is scant, but I guess whose life brought another part of Micah to the fore. As the Lord makes his case against Judah, Micah asks in chapter 6 verses 6 to 8, with what shall I come before the Lord? Shall I come with young calves, thousands of rams, rivers of oil? And the answer, he's shown you, O man, what is good. What does the Lord require of you? To act justly, to love mercy, to walk humbly with your God. This is the Christian reading of Micah. It's hard to find, if we're honest. So dredged down is it amongst the surrounding tirade of national dreams, of imperial glory for Israel. But after searching, we find it, and like so many parts of Scripture, when we hear the still small voice, it rushes like wind, shatters like an earthquake, and burns like fire.